Hello everyone. Today it's Sunday the 17th of June and I arrived down at the river this morning just in time for swan bath time. Today's video is mostly about what I find today on the 17th of June, and there is one find from last week. Thanks very much for watching, and I could do with a little bit of help in IDing a couple of my finds, so if you've got any suggestions or ideas, please do get in touch and let me know. Thanks very much. I just saw the silhouette of a pipe in this pool here. It's just there. And when I've wiped the sediment off, I can see an anchor. It's very pretty, fouled anchor there. And then on the other side, I think there's probably going to be a ship. Yeah, so there is. That's beautiful. I've just unearthed this part of a jawbone. First of all, I looked at it and I thought, oh, those teeth look a bit human, but it must be from an animal. But I'm going to give it a little rinse off. It's probably the back tooth of maybe a dog. By the way, I still haven't heard back about the human jawbone that I found a few months ago, but I'm hoping to hear very, very soon so that I can update you. So there we have it, part of a jawbone and two teeth. That I imagine is from a dog because it looks like a meat eater's teeth. But I could be wrong. Here we have a little keyhole. I often find keys, rarely the keyhole, but I enjoy finding them. And here's the key to go with my keyhole. I've just seen something here. I saw the pin on the back to begin with. And so now I'm turning it over to see what it is. Ooh, what is that? Have a look. Wow. It looks like a man's head with, let's say, two bombs on either side, so perhaps something to do with the RAF, something military, anyway. Well, that's stunning. I can't wait to research that. And over there, Mr. Cormorant's having his breakfast. He's having a bit of trouble swallowing it, I think. Oh, he's never going to get that down his throat. Maybe he'll be able to do it easier underwater. I just saw a little piece of chain sticking out from the mud, so I gave it a little tug, hoping there was going to be something on the end. I don't think there's anything on the end, but I wonder what it was. Maybe a key, you know, for a stopwatch chain, perhaps. I'm going to give it a wash. A chain, simply a chain. So here is an interesting fish, and it looks like he's not doing too well. Now what is that? Is that a Gurnard Fish, experts? Is it still alive? Let's have a look. Probably. I don't think so, but he's not long dead. I did see a seal the other day, actually. I'll put some footage of the seal. And that cormorant just now, which was eating a fish. So it's great to see so much wildlife in the river. Better if it was alive, though. Just look at those eyes. This is a little bullet finding break, just to forewarn you that there may be a little bit of hurricane-like wind noise coming up during these next few finds. So I'm sorry about that. Hopefully you can just bear the wind for as long as it takes. Thank you. I can see two buttons here in this pool of water. I think that's a button anyway. I'm going to find out. And one there. You can see it. So let's see if there's anything on the other side. Oh, there is. There is indeed. So, this is that is a Royal Marines button. Royal Marines. And this one, let's have a look. See if there's anything on the other side. I don't think there is. There we are. It's a plain button. But a Royal Marines button, that's a beautiful find. Oops. Going to lose it. Royal Marines and a plain button. That's so strange. I've just found another Royal Marines button just right next to it. It's almost as if perhaps there was a uniform here and it's rotted and leaving the buttons. So there's another one within a few inches from the other one. Two Royal Marine buttons. Okay, now this is very strange because seriously, I just found a third Royal Marine button. Oh my gosh, I think I can see another one too. This is bizarre. So there's one, a little one, or is it a Royal Marines button? Yes, it's a tiny one. And I think I can see another one. It's the day of the Royal Marine buttons. Look, there you can see there that is definitely the shape of a button. So I'm going to turn it over and yes, maybe not. Yes, it is. It's another Royal Marine button. So that's 4 Royal Marines buttons found in the same area. So obviously I'm having a close look around this area now to see if I can find any more, and I have just spotted another one right here. How many years has it been sitting there like that? So that's 5 Royal Marine buttons. so far. Over here we've got rest. Pile of buttons. Well, that was exciting. Some people find Saxon coin hoards and I find button hoards. So here we've got 5 Royal Marine buttons, all found very close to one another. A hoard of buttons. I've just found a 6th one too, another one here. So if anybody's got any ideas as to why they're all here together, please let me know. There's a seal over there. Beautiful. Found face down in the mud a little plaque, and I think it's a beautiful message from the River Thames, a message for everyone, and it says, remember what is most important. It's not having everything go right, it's facing whatever goes wrong, it's not being without fear, it's having the determination to go on in spite of it. Remember that every day ends and brings a new tomorrow. Love what you do the best you can, and always remember how much you are loved. That is such a fantastic message for everyone. A message from the river. How exciting! I've just found a rock, but not just any rock. It's a painted rock, and not just any painted rock. It is a rock from Plumstead Rocks Facebook. So I guess that that's got to be a Facebook page for Plumstead Rocks. Hello Plumstead Rocks, I found one of your rocks. I'll take a visit and say hi. I'm going to take it home with me, but then I'll take it back out and put it in the river. I'm back home now, and I'm going to do a little roundup of the finds that featured in today's video, most of them found today. And first of all, I'm going to start with these Royal Marine buttons, which rather curiously I found all in the same spot. At least there's 2 different groups here. I'm going to explain. These 6 here I found in the same spot today. They're all in varying sort of conditions, but not bad. I think they're made of pewter. The Royal Marines were founded in 1664. Now obviously these don't date back to then, but I'd like to know when they date back from. Is that a king's crown there? I'm not very good on my crowns, so if somebody could advise me. So these are the 6 that I found in that spot, but then strangely in another spot altogether along that stretch of foreshore I found these 2 in separate places, and I think that this one has a different crown on it. I don't know if you can make out the crown there. Now is that crown different to that crown, or are they completely the same? I don't know. And then I found this one in a different place again, and this one doesn't even have, I don't know if you can see that, it doesn't even have a crown. So what does that mean? It's crownless. They're certainly all Royal Marines, but whether they're from the same era is another question altogether. So that's one here which I found completely in a different place to these ones. And I'm trying to compare crowns, so they could very well be completely the same, but let me just grab one with a good crown. Okay, so this one here I found with the hoard of buttons, and this one here in a different place. I'd welcome your ideas and suggestions as to when these buttons might date from. And why they were all found together. So amongst today's finds we have the Plumstead rock here, and I have been on the Plumstead and Woolwich Rocks Facebook page, and I'm going to post a copy of this video on it afterwards, just so they know that this little rock was found. So if you want to visit their Facebook page, it's Plumstead Rocks Facebook. And then yes, we have the chain here, which is just a chain, and oh yes, so the keyhole, here it is, the keyhole, and a few keys that I found today as well. And this week's mystery find, and I have already put out a Twitter campaign and an Instagram campaign to try and find out where this may have come from, this pin. You see on the back, it's like a pin which would have looped through a buttonhole, I suppose. It looks quite childlike. It doesn't look like anything official. It's got something of Mr. Biggles about it, and some people have suggested something to do with the dam busters. And thank you very much to everybody who has tried to research it and find out where it's come from. There must be somebody out there who might know the origin of this pin, which is rather beautiful. So if you do know, please let me know. And here is my jawbone, partial jawbone. And I was comparing it to these ones here, which have teeth which look a lot more vegetarian than these teeth, which I don't know, to me look more like meat eater's teeth, but perhaps I'm completely wrong. I'm not a tooth expert. And indeed, I'm not a tooth expert, because last time, in my last video, I told everybody that this was a boar's tusk. And I stand corrected by several people who have in fact pointed out that it's not a boar's tusk, which is a shame, because I rather like the whole idea of it being a boar's tusk. It is a horse tooth. So there you go, that is a horse tooth. And as for this, I am not terribly sure. So suggestions welcome. Here is my pipe with the fouled anchor on that side and the galleon on that side. It's come up very nicely. I don't use anything to clean my pipes. I just find that they fade to a nice ivory colour once they've been out of the mud for a while, and it just means that they retain that natural look. I think sometimes with bleach they just go a little bit too white and they don't look very old anymore. So thank you very, very much for joining me today. There are a few little shout outs at the end of this video. At the very end, there's a couple of birthdays, and I also wanted to do a little shout out to some mini mudlarks, and one of them is Rocco, who's also a future archaeologist extraordinaire. The second one is Elizabeth, who is also a great little mudlark, and she's got her own YouTube channel, which is Elizabeth funNstuff, I think it's called. I'll put a link to it at the end of this channel. And then there's also Harper. Hi Harper, I met your gran, Anne, on the foreshore the other day, and did you know that she is rather good at mudlarking herself, and she did a great pipe extraction, I have to tell you. So I just want to say hi to all those people and hi to everybody else. Have a great evening and thank you very much for watching. So, what do you call a metal detectorist who is up to his neck in water metal detecting? Well, the answer is Bob. And Bob is the first metal detectorist that I've ever seen metal detecting up to his neck in water. Is this a common thing? But in any case, it is Bob Roberts' birthday. Well, it was on the 16th of June, and I'm just giving him a shout out to say happy birthday, Bob. And I hope you had a fabulous day and a great weekend and a wonderful year ahead. Happy birthday! I'd like to say a big hello to Cami, my friend from the US. She's going through a bit of a hard time at the moment. Cami, I'm sending you lots of love and hugs from the River Thames and thinking about you.